All right, welcome to our team call, Fit Fanatics. We have lots of exciting things happening if you take advantage of them, I would say. We have an awesome guest speaker tonight, Jeanette Maseda. Yay! It's amazing. I'll get into that in a little bit. But just some announcements. You guys know the specials with Quarter Force, Country Heat, 21-Day Fix Challenge Packs. If you get successful this month, you get a Quarter Force tank top or tee for males. Team Spirit is going on. As you guys know, Diesel Nation is one of the biggest team in the Team Spirit right now competition, and we have the highest participants enrolled. So I just saw, looking on the alerts, I only look on the alerts unless we have a team call. I need to get better with that. But actually, as a team, if we get the highest success club points, you also, on top of getting individual Quarter Force tank tops, you get a Diesel Nation Team Spirit shirt with the logo on it. So I thought that's pretty cool. Something that actually Jeanette mentioned on her team call last week, what she was doing with her team, I think just giving some ideas, is to start sharing thankful posts. Because it is Thanksgiving, and I thought that was such a great idea. And you could intertwine cooking, intertwine your why, intertwine your health and fitness journey. Just every day, just do a thankful post, and I love that. I've been doing that. I'm thankful for being home with my girls. I'm thankful that I can not be working and here while being pregnant this time around. Like, I've been slowly adding it in. I love that. I think showing gratitude for what we do and just all around, it attracts people. And it's just a little bit different than, oh, I'm a coach and I love this and that. It's like, I'm thankful. I'm so grateful for this. And I think it attracts a different type of people. So I love that. Quarter Force, if you're doing it, that's awesome. You want to stay with the Beachbody flow. I always say, and ever since I signed up as a coach, I've always stayed with what is new. And let me tell you, it's gotten so many new customers and coaches on board this past month. So share why you're doing Quarter Force. I think that also attracts people. Why are you doing this new program? Everyone's kind of already heard of the 21-Day Fix, right? Everyone's already heard of Autumn, so that's why you've got to do new, even maybe if you think this isn't your style workout. When I first came out a year ago, when they were talking about this, I was like, well, I'm not into kickboxing and punching and jiu-jitsu. That's kind of a tongue twister. But now that I've gotten on board with it, I love it. It's awesome, and it's for the business part too that I've gotten on board, and I've showed a lot of pregnant women you could still do this modified, so you attract different type of people. So get on board with it. Share why you're going to do it. Share what you're loving about it. I'm on week 3, day 2, dynamic strength, and I am so sore every day. It's like somewhere new is sore on me, and I'm taking it easy, but it's an awesome workout. So get people on board with that. Trust me, you never know who you're going to get on board. Fanny, for an example, on our team, an awesome leader. Can you guys mute yourself? Oh, somebody. I just muted. Perfect. Sorry. Fanny was like, no, I'm not going to do that, Danielle. And I was like, are you crazy? Like, you're a coach, right? And you're working this business. You need to be doing every single new program that comes out, because not everyone's going to like what you like. Country Heat, I still did it even though it wasn't my favorite, and I still signed up people with Country Heat because there's a market for every program out there. Okay, next, I want you guys to start thinking ahead with Black Friday. I am already strategically planning after Thanksgiving, people that want to lose the bloat, like the Thanksgiving bloat for the weekend. So 3-day refresh challenge pack, that is what I'm right now currently working on to incorporate that into Black Friday. My special is going to be a Fixate cookbook. I'm going to create like a little free package for them, whoever signs up with a challenge pack. Fixate cookbook with a shaker and 3 Shakeology samples. You don't have to do that. You could just do a shaker. You could just do 2 samples of Shakeology. But I want to make it special because, of course, there is crazy competition with Black Friday out there. Beachbody does their own specials with Black Friday, but they are literally gone within a couple hours. start thinking what you want to do. Be creative. This is your business and you get to control it. And then that challenge for me is going to start the week after Thanksgiving for the 3-day refresh. So think ahead. That's what I do, is constantly thinking ahead. What am I going to do for December? What am I going to do for January? And that sets my business up. I have people lined up because I'm already talking in like personal conversations on Facebook, and I'm just lining people up. I'll never forget Darren Hardy said, start lining people up, filling up your calendar with who's going to be signing up. He was like a Success Club reward 1 month, one of his, I think like a podcast type thing. Let's see, highest recruiters in the past week. So already in the month of November, we have the top 3. Shannon Lyocona, I hope I didn't butcher that last name. She has signed up 5 coaches in the past week within November. Amazing. Missy Stuckman, 4 coaches, and Susan Antunez, 3 coaches. Top Success Club point earner, Shannon Leach is at 14, Kelly Burnham is at 12, and I am at 8. And we have at least 10 or 12 coaches that already have hit Success Club, 5 and 6, I believe. So congratulations to you guys. It is still new in the month. It is still early. So now's the time to be putting up those invites and those challenge posts and about your coaching opportunity. Now's the time to be strategically planning to lock people in and to follow up and to, expose people and getting in your contact list. So without further ado, I want to announce Jeanette. She is amazing. She's our guest speaker tonight. I'm so honored and blessed to have her. I met her at the New Leader Conference. It was last year, I believe. I feel like the time has gone by so fast. But she is just a rock star. She's fun, I would say. She is down to earth. She is just like a badass, I would guess. I'm not really a curse person, but oh my gosh, she's just so awesome. And I'm just blessed to have her. And she just skyrocketed in her business. I mean, she was a premier 2014 coach. She was an elite coach last year. I mean, she hit some goals pretty fast, I think, in this business, all of a sudden out of nowhere. She's a Success Club 5 legend or a Success Club 10 legend. I'm not sure which one. Amazing. So she has consecutively hit Success Club 10 for 24 months in a row. I had to think about that for a second. My brain is so fried being pregnant. I can't even tell you. I feel like I'm just losing it. Five-star Diamond Coach Lifetime and a 1-star in your second business center. So these are pretty hefty accomplishments right here. Okay, I'm going to let her talk, but she is just sharing her heart, her story a little bit, give us a little background on yourself and how you got to where you are, and just about vision, which I think is so important. If we don't share this bigger vision and get people on our train, it's going to be hard, to move this business forward. So I think this is such a great topic at a really great time in just, where we are today. And even I feel like for everybody right now, no one really has vision of where they're going. So there is no better person to share this topic with us. So welcome, Jeanette, and thank you so much for giving us your time on election night. He loves politics, so this is really big for us. So thank you so much. And one more thing, if you guys do have questions, write them down. She wants to talk to you guys tonight, so don't be afraid. Don't hold back. If you just have something maybe she said and you want to touch upon it real quick, a simple question, write it down or write it in the comments section in the chat. So welcome.
Hi guys, thank you so much. What an honor to be in your team call. Unlike other team calls where you kind of just listen to the speaker, this is going to be very interactive. I don't want to do all the talking. I really want a few of you to really share your story with me. So a little bit about me. I've been a coach for 3 years. I started as a customer. I had just had a baby. Even before then, I already knew that I was talking to Becky, which was a sorority sister of mine. I was like, whatever you're doing, I'm going to do. And I was just counting the days that I can start Les Mills Combat. So that's why I'm so excited about Quarter Force, because I am a kickboxing girl. Within 3 months, I got these amazing results, and people started asking me, like, what are you doing, Jeanette? Can you help me? And then I was a physical therapist. From the beginning, I had to make a decision, either become a Beachbody coach or get a doctorate degree in physical therapy. And that was going to cost me a lot of money. So I spoke to my husband, or actually I didn't really speak that much to my husband. Don't do that mistake. I kind of just made that decision of becoming a coach. Don't do that. So I kind of made a decision and said, listen, I'm not going to make any more money as a physical therapist. And that was the fact. My income was very limited. No matter how many courses I took, no matter how many doctorate degrees, I was only going to make a certain amount of money. So I saw this opportunity from the get-go. I knew, okay, I'm going to make this happen. I don't want to go to work full-time again. How can I stay home with my son working 2 days as a physical therapist? And I went all in. I really believed, I just fell in love with the product. And from the get-go, you guys, that is the way to get lifers. And maybe half of you or more, most of you were that. You fell in love with Beachbody. I like how Becky says, I bleed Beachbody blue. So I went all in, and here I am 3 years later. This year in January, I went full time. So I never really went back to working full time as a physical therapist, it was a blessing. I got to raise my son here, and forever I will be grateful for this company because of that ability. So today, and this has, coming into 2015 or 2016, I really thought that I had to increase my leadership skills. I really felt that for me to hit a lead, I felt like I was just pushing everybody, and let's go. And I realized that I completely burned myself out. And that's not the way I wanted to do 2016. And that's the way I'm going to go into 2017. And the key is, from the first day that you speak to your new coaches, you need to ask the right questions for them to realize their why. Most of your coaches are going to tell you, I want to help people. I want to be fit. That is not their why. So the objective today is, number one, for you to be asking yourself these questions and answering them honestly, having these tools so that when you're doing the Get Started Right call, you're going to go beyond the coach action plan. You are going to get to the nitty gritty and talk to them about their why. Because we know that this business, it's hard. In the beginning, most people are not going to make a lot of money. They're going to be working their butt off. They have to have a clear vision of where they're going and why they're sacrificing time with their family. Because listen, I don't put my kids to bed anymore. There's Monday through Wednesday, I'm here doing these type of things. So my husband has to take over. Those are hours that I'm missing my kids. But guess what? I get to spend all this time with them at their school. I get to volunteer. When they're sick, I'm home. So you have to be willing to sacrifice something. And these are questions that you have to ask your new coaches. This business is a journey, right? We are farmers, and we're planting seeds all the time, right? And you have to believe that it's going to happen if you stay consistent. And the actions take a good 6 months to start building that momentum. So, when you're getting on these calls, so it's time to, and I would love for someone to volunteer, okay? Whoever wants to volunteer, because I want you to ask these questions. And I don't know where you guys are in your business and how much income you're making, but hopefully you guys know your why. And hopefully you guys will be doing a vision board party, and I am going to teach you how to make a vision board. And this is something that I'm doing with all my coaches. The last day of the training, we're getting together and we're doing a vision board party. So it's perfect timing. It's the last quarter. This is the time to start thinking about 2017. So here are the 3 questions to ask your coaches to figure out their why. Number 1, what are some of the things that you have gone without in your life or are going without? Okay? And I can send Danielle these questions. So I want you to think about that. What are some of the things that you have gone without in your life or are going without? This can be financial. These can be relationships. These can be emotional needs. And, I don't know, I guess because I'm a Christian woman, we have this idea that we can't want material things, that we should be satisfied that, hey, the family is healthy, we're paying our bills and life is good. But I'm going to ask, but why? Why can't we have more? Why can't we have those little luxuries? And that's where you kind of have to dig deep. Like, it's okay to say, I want to have someone to clean my house every week, right? It's okay to say, I want a manicure. I want a pedicure. So these are the little things that are very feasible for new coaches. And those are the things they're going without, including debt, emotional needs. Maybe they can't be there for their kids because they're always working. So I would love for someone to unmute themselves and tell me, what are you going without in your life and what have you gone without? And I tell you, I mean, these are conversations that should be teary. This why should make you cry. Any volunteers? Stephanie, unmute yourself.
Hey. Okay,
Hi.
totally out of my comfort zone here.
Thanks for volunteering.
So what are some things I've gone without in my life? I guess because I am home already, even though financially it's not really the thing. Like, I really should have stayed working, but I just didn't want to be away from home, being away from him. I was a new mom and stuff at the time when I made that decision, and so it's like I guess like what I don't want to have, what I don't want to be without, it's like a tongue twister, is the freedom to be able to stay home. Like, I want to be able to maintain the fact that I am home and be financially stable to do that, and not have to go back to teaching, like going back to work in the education system. I don't want to go back to that. I want to be able to stay here and not have to be worrying about paying our bills, which we are. Like, we're still like super tight, still paycheck to paycheck. And what, I get with Beachbody is not enough. Like, I'm still a new coach, and it's not enough. And I want to be at that point where, I can do it. And then I know I can. But at this point, I feel like what I'm without is the finances and stuff, and the ability to be able, like, I don't know.
Are you going without peace of mind?
Yeah. I'm going without peace of mind. I'm stressed. I'm always stressed all the time, every single month, to be able to hit success goals, to be able to, am I going to grow my business? Am I going to find those right people that we need in order for our business, to take off, So yeah, I am going without that peace of mind.
What are some of the things that you're going without in your house? What luxuries, little luxuries, like, are you having date night? Can you afford to go to dinner with your husband without having to think about it 3 times?
We do date night probably once a month, but I would love to do more. And every time we go to date night, we're charging it. And like, we just had date night this past week, and we knew that we probably couldn't afford it, but we went anyways because we were due for a date night, and it had been a while since we had gone out, just us. I haven't done a manicure and pedicure since Summit, and the only reason why I did it was because we were going to Summit, so I wanted to get a mani-pedi, but I haven't done one again since.
Does the financial bring the lack of, financial security, does it bring a stress to your relationship?
Not really, but I know my husband's stressed out about it as much as I am. We just don't really talk about the stress. Like, he believes in what I'm doing so much, and he supports me 100%. And he knows that this is what I need to be doing, so he supports that. But I know he's stressed out about it.
Okay. I think Gina wanted to also talk. Thank you for sharing, Stephanie. So you see how you kind of just keep digging. Is there a Gina? I think I saw the name. Gina, you said you wanted to talk?
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So I'm a new coach, and my why is basically, ever since I've moved out of my parents' house, I've been completely broke. Me and my boyfriend don't have the same relationship that we had when we were separate because we had money. We were living with our parents. Now we split everything, and I just quit my job like an idiot because I wanted to focus on Beachbody, not knowing that it was going to ruin my relationship. He doesn't really believe in Beachbody like I do right now. So I do worry about that, but it makes me push more because I want more for my life. I want to be able to buy groceries, not wait a whole month. Like, okay, now we can buy groceries. I'm not even thinking about luxuries right now. I'm thinking about just groceries.
So there's no financial stability at all right now in your life.
Yeah, no.
Not, I mean, thinking like groceries, that's not even a luxury. That's like a necessity that you're going
Right.
without.
Right.
The relationship has been affected because of your financial situation. So, I mean, Gina, you have a very, very powerful why. I mean, it's huge.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna give up.
So, it's affected all aspects of, your relationships, your finance, big, huge. So the second question, and all this time, I mean, you're writing all these things down, right? You have to not only listen to your coaches, but you have to be very good about documenting, because there are going to be times that they want to quit. And that's when you're going to go say, hey, Gina, you told me you can't afford groceries. How can you give up? What's the plan? So the second question is, how has being without those things made you feel? And how has it affected your quality of life? So how has being without those things made you feel? And how has it affected your quality of life? So, back to Stephanie, not having that income, not being able to do those petty manicures, not able to have peace of mind. How is that affecting the quality of your life today? Stephanie, I'm sorry, I think I said.
Well, I'm just stressed all the time, and like I feel like I don't do power hours, I do power days, because I feel like I need to be, it's like I'm like epitome full-time beach body, like meaning full day beach body. I'm constantly thinking beach body, and like all the things I need to do, how I need to invite these people, I need to talk to these people, I need to have this conversation, I need to follow up, I need to create this challenge group, I need to create this ad, I need to post, I need to do all of these things that we're supposed to be doing, and like that's all I'm thinking about. And I feel like this opportunity is supposed to be, here we go, this opportunity is supposed to be about me being more present, with my son and being there for him. And I feel like this job is just taken over, because I do believe in it so much, and I know the opportunity, and I know that this is the time when we need to be making these sacrifices. And I feel like I'm just making so many, and I know it takes time, but it's like, dang it, like how much more do I need to do? Because I feel like I work my ass off, sorry, and it's just like, I'm hardly getting by, and it's just like, it's frustrating, and it's really frustrating. And I stress myself out, like it's only like the 8th of the month, and I'm already stressed out of hitting Success Club, because I haven't even sold not one freaking challenge pack. But that's all I think about every single day, So yeah, it's really affected my life, my day.
Let me just cut in for a second. I just want to give you a little bit about Stephanie. She is a diamond coach. She's been doing this almost a year, and she is definitely living and breathing Beachbody, but she is setting, we just had a call, she is setting the foundation for her business. So this is going to pay off. I remember when I was in it around a year, and I was all day, all night, every day, Beachbody, live and breathe it. Like that's all I did. But honestly, looking back, it was worth it. All that time, it does pay off, right, Jeanette? The first year, it's like, I don't know if you ran right when you started, Jeanette, but it was just like all the time.
I'm so running. I'm so running.
I am too.
The thing is, and totally off topic, it's almost like addicting. It's, I went from never being on social media to let's be honest, to having an addiction. And I'm going to be real. Like, I'm always like, and it's so stupid. Like, really, it is. So I do think that we need to have balance, and we have to have boundaries, and you have to have off time in here to really kind of just relax. And I tell you this, and I lost some of my hair in the last quarter last year, because I was completely consumed with this business, and I'm still like traumatized by it. So I think that you have to fill your mommy cup, and you need to have your time where you put everything away, and even if it's only 45 minutes, or break it into 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, just for with your baby, because this is why you're doing it. And taking away those little 20 minutes here and there, it's not going to make a difference. You know, you're still showing up in the morning, in the afternoon, but you do have to have a little bit of off time so that you don't have that mommy guilt. You know, you really have, and time for you, and time to just kind of decompress and fill your cup, because this can be you get so consumed by this business, you know, and work smarter, you guys. If I totally off topic again, if you can afford to do Teamsy, it's something that I'm using, do it. Facebook page, but you have to learn Facebook ads. So little things like that, where hopefully you can kind of keep growing and learning different ways. Don't just get stuck with Facebook, but there are other ways to grow your business. So, all right, Gina, up to you. So, you know, how has being without those things made you feel, and how has it affected your quality of life?
Probably super stressed out every single day. But I think I know that it's going to take a while for Beachbody. I don't think it's going to happen overnight. So I think as long as I work, which I'm finding a job so that I can actually have a job, and then do Beachbody. I do it every day. I don't do Power Hour, just like Stephanie said. I'm doing it all day when I get home. And now that I haven't had a job, I've been able to do it all day. So I just feel like if I keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, the vital behaviors, and be a good person, that it'll pay off.
You will, and you have to believe that. So the last question is, if life were perfect a year from now, what sort of things would you have? What would you do? What places would you go to? And this is where you have to also create this dream life for your coaches. Because I talk to so many women, they're like, they have no idea what they want. Like literally, like, I may want to take like a 3-day vacation. I'm like, what? You know, you have to show them the possibility that's out there for their dream life, and do not feel guilty about wanting material things. You deserve this. You were born to have this amazing life, and you have to believe that. So, Stephanie, a year from now, life is perfect. What do you want? What is your life going to look like?
Hi, it's gonna be debt free.
Debt free. Okay, and these are things that all are going to go on your vision board, right? So. Yeah. Debt free. What else?
So here's my vision board.
All right, there you. I love that she whipped it out. That means it's close.
It's on the refrigerator, right next to my meal plan and my workout calendar. So yeah, it's gonna be debt free. We're gonna have our own home. We're gonna be able to do family vacations.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. Where is your home located? How many bedrooms does it have? What is the door color?
Well, my home is going to be in Miami. I'm currently in New York right now, but I'm originally from Miami, so we're moving back now in January, so we're like super excited. So my home will be in Miami, and we'll have a backyard with a playground for him, a pool. We'll have 4 bedrooms, a gym, an office for me, the whole line.
Yeah, that's what you deserve. Like, why would you?
Home, yes. Right now we're in an apartment. So we'll be. That's gonna be the home. We'll be debt free, so we'll be able to buy things for the home and not have to stress over it. We'll be able to, decorate and design our home if we're building it from scratch. Who knows?
No, you got to tell the universe what you want. Don't leave it up. The universe can get confused. Do not leave it up to chance. You tell it exactly where you want. And Miami's a very big place, so you better start looking for the exact location in Miami too. So you're going to be debt free. Are you going to have a savings account? Are you saving money? Do you have a college prepaid account for for the baby?
No. And our savings account is like practically non-existent right now because we're just living paycheck to paycheck. So everything that we earn is just going straight to bills. And, so my dream, of where my life would be like would be debt free, but with a savings account and with, not having to worry about paying for his college. I would love for him also to be in a private school, and
Put it in there.
Yeah, I wanted to be in a private school. Florida Christian, that's where I went.
Oh, that's
So,
good.
yeah, so I would love to have him in there and, and be a part of all of these extracurricular activities. Like, I want him to be involved in extracurriculars, whatever it is that he wants to be in, sports or whatever. And that takes money too. It's a lot of expenses. Like, I was a cheerleader, so I know, like, you have to put down a lot of money and for trips and things like that of the school. So I want to be able to pay for those things and not have to worry about it, because I want him to be able to enjoy his, growing up and be able to participate in all of those things and not have to worry about, like, if mommy and daddy can afford it,
Right.
So
those are all things that are going in your vision board, okay? So Gina, life a year from now, it's going to be perfect. Tell me what it looks like.
This is sad. I have this super planned out. So
No, that's not sad. That's what I want, right?
So, okay, so we're a 4-bedroom house, with 3 bathrooms, because right now we have a 2-bedroom with 1 bathroom, and sharing a bathroom with a guy is horrible. I don't know if anybody does that. But, so 4 bedrooms, I'm going to have 3 kids. I want to be a stay-at-home mom, full-time Beachbody coach, so that I don't have to give my kids to some stranger 90% of the day. A German Shepherd, a Husky, a pool.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy. I'm like probably about $25,000 in debt, so I want to get rid of that. Pay off my car so I don't have a car payment, and also give money to my parents because they struggle too.
Where are you going to be traveling to?
Oh my gosh, I just started traveling when I met my boyfriend 6 years ago. Otherwise, I've never been anywhere. So I want to be able to go to Italy. I'm Italian, so I would like to go to Italy. I just want to do things and not come home and be like, oh my God, we just spent all this money on a trip that was so fun, but now it's not fun anymore because we're behind on rent. And that's what happens every time we go on a trip. We're behind on rent. We're behind on the utilities. Don't have money for gas. So I would like to be able to pay for things and not feel guilty.
Schedule a few vacations a year.
Right, and be able to not have to tell my kids no to stuff, not spoil them, but let them be able to do all the sports, because Stephanie's right, sports are insanely expensive. Wow.
So, once again, these are the 3 questions I want you to ask, and for the sake of time, I'm going to keep it a little short, but you want to keep telling them, so what else? What else? Give me more things that you want. Big and little things, like, we talked about it in the beginning about, little luxuries like going out to dinner, to a nice dinner without having to think about it and having to charge it and feeling guilty about these little things. So now I want to talk to you about creating a mission statement. And it's hard to wake up and say, man, I got to hit Success Club. I got to sell a challenge pack. And it's easier to wake up and say, I have to live my mission, living our mission and serving, because that's what we do as coaches. We have to serve our community. We serve our audience on social media. We serve our customers and we serve our coaches. And when we take away the points from the business, it's a lot easier to wake up and say, man, I'm ready to do it. So my mission, so I would love for you guys to come up with a team mission and come up with your own personal mission. For me, my mission statement is to empower people to live a life of purpose. So it has nothing to do with weight loss, empower people to live a life of purpose. And I forgot to say, that's one of the things that Beachbody gave me. I was a mom and I love being a mom. I love being a therapist and a wife, but I just lacked that purpose. I lacked that focus. I lacked that jumping out of bed to do something. I was just there, going to work. I was, rolling with the punches, but I had no purpose, no passion until Beachbody came into my life. So how to write a mission statement. So number 1 question, when you look at the world, what are the things that bring you the most pain? So looking at the world, there's a lot of pain. So I kind of thought about my ideal client and my customers, their lack of self-image, their lack of self-worth. That is really what pained me about the women that I was working with. So what are some the most pain? So the second question is, what specific changes have you seen in your life that you want to share with the world, right? So in these last few months or the last years, you're living, at least hopefully, I know that you're struggling financially, but Beachbody has brought something really amazing into your life, whether it be women, friendships, for me, purpose. And for me is that what it brought to me is that we are born to be amazing, and that's done through personal development, right? And that's why personal development is so unbelievable, because I never read a book on personal development until I became a Beachbody coach. And I'm like, damn, why didn't anybody recommend this? Like, I wake up every day, I read, I'm like, yes, I can conquer the world. So that's really kind of the things that I really want to share, that you were born to be amazing. And you have to believe that God created you to live this amazing life. And let there be no doubt, no matter where you are today, you will get there and you will have your dream life. So if you can sum up the difference to making others in just 3 words, what would those words be? Once again, I put live a life of purpose. It wasn't 3 words, but so as you start writing these things, what are the similarities in words? And this doesn't have to be a paragraph. It literally is a sentence. You start with something very basic, and eventually you can add or more, but come up with something very basic. So let's talk about creating a vision board. So it has to be big, right? Real big, right? So you're going to create this vision board. And like I say, if you guys can add this to your coach training, I think it's really great, because, we do it like this in a Zoom call. Everybody kind of shares. We bring wine to the party, and you get to know each other at a deeper level. Okay, and we're all in this together, right? We're just helping each other live this dream life, and we're going to do this together. So on the left side, right? So you're going to get here on the left side, and you're going to write up everything that you're going without in your life. And this is kind of different about most vision boards. You just put everything that you want, but it's important to write what are the things that you are going without. All those things that we ask, this is what you're going to write, right? So for me, it's the lack of purpose. That's what I've gone without. My husband's not here in the mornings. I get to do everything in the morning routine. He goes to work at 6:30 in the morning, so he misses those morning snuggles and those morning kisses. Vacations, I've gone without. Family struggling financially, not me, but like my extended family that I want to help. Furniture, I still haven't really furnished my house. And little splurges, like I want to have those splurges. So in the middle, you're going to write your mission statement. So empower people to live a life of purpose. So that's what you're going to put in the middle. And then on the right side, everything that you want. Okay, and like I say, man, go big. And I put a lot of things, and big things, little things. So I put here that I wanted a ski vacation every single year. I want a ski vacation. So that's my family with our ski outfits. I want to take my extended family on a family cruise every single year. I want to spend 1 month in the summer traveling in an RV. My office, I got my office. So that was early on, and I just recently purchased my whole brand new office. I want a cleaning lady, you guys. I have one, but I want one every week, and ideally every day. But I want a pool guy. My husband's a pool guy. I want a pool guy, right? I want a beach apartment. And Champagne Fridays is something that I was doing with a bunch of Beachbody coaches. And then I went on the ultimate reset and I stopped doing Champagne Fridays. But I put this. It was like little things just getting together on Fridays. Because like you said, Stephanie, I was breathing Beachbody. And I'm like, here I am at home every day. I don't go out. So I put on my dream board that on Friday at 12 o'clock, I was finishing. And I was going to go have lunch with my girlfriends, with Beachbody coaches. And we're going to have champagne. And we did that for a while. And we went on a good run. So I'm just going to have to call it something else, because I can't have champagne. I would come home and I would just want to sleep. I would get nothing accomplished at the house. But you see how it's, I put, I want to make my 250 by next year. So then I put my 2016 goals. And this is a picture of my team, because they're part of my vision board. And I think knowing their why and knowing that I'm not only sacrificing for my family, but I'm sacrificing for them too. I want this for them. This is not about me. It's about us and how we can together live this dream life. And they have to be, they're part of my vision board. So then you start writing your goals, your 2016 goals. And there's still time, you guys. There's still time to do your 2016 goals. We're still at this, right? And then your 2017 summit goals. Okay. And, when you're doing, goals, I do put also transformations. I want to get certain amount of transformations. I said that I want to get one of my customers on stage. I want her to help her lose 100 pounds. So, it's not just about me, but my customers, my coaches, and your vision board. So any questions, you guys? Oh, okay. Wait, I'm not done. I'm sorry. Okay. So one more last thing. So I'm a blue like Danielle. I'm a yellow and blue equally, right? I have no red, which is kind of weird, but I have 0 red. So last year, I wanted to help everybody, all my coaches. Let's get on the call. And I would just spend all this time to people who didn't warrant my time, who were not deserving of my time. To this day, I struggle with that, because if I'm only doing 3 calls a week, I'm like, I need to be talking to more of my coaches. But we're talking about the same things over and over again. They're not putting, they're not doing their part. So I was sacrificing my nights with my kids and my husband for coaches that really didn't deserve my time. Okay? So who do you talk to, right? Who do you talk to? Especially when you're a new coach, you want to talk to everybody like I did. So number one, are they active on your team page? Are they doing the vital behaviors? When they're a new coach, hopefully they're hitting Success Club, but I won't say, hey, I'm not gonna help them, I'm not gonna talk to them just because they're not hitting Success Club. Are they showing up to social media? Are they a positive influence in your challenge groups? So those are kind of the things that you want to take into consideration. Then, when you get on these calls, what kind of questions are you having with them? You have to know their goals. You are their accountability partner. You're not there to say, you got to do this. No. And you have to ask them. And here we go. When I get on the call, I like to remind them of their goals. I've done this vision board party. I know. And I remind them, hey, do you still want this? So, Stephanie, do you still, want to be debt free? Right? And I always ask them, are you currently doing the things that you need to do to reach those goals? Before last year, I was like, oh my God, you have to be doing this, but you're not doing this. No. They're going to be honest with you. Most of my coaches, when I ask them, they're honest. They say, you know what, Jeanette, I didn't show up. So you don't have to be the bad guy. I never want to feel like I am being the bad guy. And I felt like I was being the bad guy all of last year, right? So are you currently doing the things that you need to do to reach your goals? And, what do you need to do to hit those goals? What has to be your behaviors? And here's where the accountability comes into place, right? You're going to get a pen and say, okay, Stephanie, how many conversations can you commit to daily? I'm not going to be like, you need to be talking to 10 people a day. No. How many conversations can you commit to daily? How many invites can you commit to daily? How many minutes of personal development will you commit to daily? Right? And I'm writing all this down. I am not the bad guy. I'm not telling you what to do. You're telling me what you want me to hold you accountable for, right? So, hey, Steph, so, you told me you wanted to be debt-free, okay? Last time we talked, you told me that you wanted me to hold you accountable for having 5 conversations a day. How did that go? Right? You also told me that you were going to be inviting 5 people a day. How did that go? So how many, minutes of personal development are you doing? Such and such. Okay. So if she's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm like, okay, you get into, you get into other conversations, right? But what happens if they're like, you know what, Jeanette, I'm not doing this. Okay. Let me remind you of goals. This is what you told me. You told me you wanted this, and these were going to be the action steps. Are these still your goals, Stephanie? Do you still want to be debt-free? Do you still want to be able to send your kids to private school? And you remind them, and you're like, oh, shit. Okay, all right, so for next week, we're going to get on this call again. Tell me again, what would you like me to hold you accountable for? Blah, 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 blah. Second week, we get on the phone. It doesn't happen. Hey, Steph, here's the situation. I want to help you, but I can't push you. I'm here for you. I'm your coach. We're going to stay in touch. But when you are ready to commit to these things, we'll get back on the phone. But I need you to be ready to commit to your goals. So those are the kind of conversations that you need to be having with your new coaches. You're not there to be the bad guy. You're there to mentor them and hold them responsible for what they want, for their goals. So I think I'm done. Any questions?
I love that. You're so amazing. I muted? No. That was really great. I think having that bigger picture of, what you want, like Stephanie and Gina shared, those are some deep things, and that drives you to want to talk to more people. But I think you have to reverse engineer, like how, I think that's a big question and kind of the missing gap. Well, we all have a big why, right? We want to. So I guess that would be my question for you, Jeanette, was maybe how do you reverse engineer over a long period of time or a short period of time? Like what did you do maybe weekly, monthly to get to some of those bigger goals that you got to?
So I'm reading the 12-week year, which I highly recommend. I'm trying to find it. It's in my kitchen counter. That's where I do my personal development. And that book is kind of like a game changer because we're not talking about, so we do this vision party, right? So we know what the long-term goal is, but now we have to reverse engineer and say, okay, 3 months, okay? I know these long goals I have. What do I need to accomplish in 3 months, right? What's my vision for those 3 months? What are my weekly action steps that I need to do to hit that 12-week mark, the 3-month goals? So that's how I'm going to start my 2017. We'll have that vision party. These are my goals, but okay, let's be realistic. Saying, oh my God, I want to be a 10-star diamond. That's a lot. But hey, can I create 2 diamonds in 3 months? That's not okay. And what do I need to do? All right. So that means that in the next 3 months, I have to recruit 5 to 10 coaches a month, right? I have to be developing every single month 2 to 3 emeralds, right? So, okay, on a daily basis, how many conversations do I have to have? How many business posts do I have to have? How many sneak peeks do I need to have a month? How many free groups? How many customers do I need to help? And that's how you start reverse engineering, breaking it down into like, not this, oh my God, 10-star to like, okay, I got this. Can I hit, get 2 diamonds every quarter? That would be great. Imagine if we could pop up 2 diamonds, 2 solid diamonds every quarter. Dude, I would be happy. And that's how I'm going to start now. And with the 12-week year, that is the same. Actually, I have it here. And it's kind of cool. It tells you about, what's your vision? And then it breaks it down like your 12-week goals. What do you want in the next 12 weeks? And then it tells you, okay, goal 1. So this is my goal. What are my weekly actions that I have to do to hit this goal? My second goal, 10 new coaches this month. Okay, what do I need to do? Well, I'm going to talk about the business 3 times a week. I'm going to convert my customers to coaches and get people results. I'm going to use this plan and I'm going to use it for my customers too. Because I've realized that the focus has to be my customers. My 2016 has not been the year that I wanted because I've gotten business builders without the transformation, without the love of Beachbody. So, and I think it's a wide business, Team Beachbody as a whole, this has been our number 1 problem this year in the last 2 years. So what am I going to go? I'm going to get on the phone a lot more with my customers. I do a lot of text messaging, but if I can do a 12-week plan with them and say, okay, what do you want me to hold you accountable for? Okay, let's come up with 3 goals and just break it down for them, right? And once again, I have to hold my customers accountable just like I do my coaches. So that's kind of my game plan for 2017.
I love that. And the best coaches are built in challenge groups as customers, hands down. So I was talking to Stephanie actually about that last week, and I told her all about leadership and how the main focus is right now. And I think sometimes you lose that focus and you're so driven on, I have these big goals and this big vision and this big why, but you're so driven that you're only focusing on the shiny stuff. And I admit I have definitely been there. This year wasn't my best year coaching. The first 2 years of coaching, I was so driven on, I'm going to help anybody, and I don't care who it is, I'm going to help them with my whole heart. And you go out of your way, right, to do anything to get your foot in the door, to build your foundation. And that's when I built the most amazing leaders on this team. So it just goes to show you, you've got to go back to that. But I'm going to start reading that book. I have heard amazing things about it. So thank you for sharing. Do you guys have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
It's kind of whatever. Let me just ask it. So I tend to struggle with what she was just saying about the reverse engineering. I have a really hard time with that because I am a big thinker. So probably like the first week that I became a coach, I heard Lindsay Matway talk when she first became top coach. I heard her talk on the National Wake Up Call, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it just clicked for me for some reason. This could really do a lot of things for me. So what happens with me is I can see the end already. I'm like, I see huge things for my life. I see myself as a top coach, which some people might think is crazy, but that's just how I am. But then I have a hard time breaking it down into small steps because I'm going, I have to do this all the time or I suck. And it's like, I can't do it all the time, even though I did quit my full-time job so that I could do it more. I have a baby at home, I have to give him some of my time. And so I have a lot of mommy guilt because I feel like, I tend to take things literally. Like sometimes I'll hear coaches say, if you're not willing to sacrifice sleep, you don't want this bad enough. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm already sacrificing sleep. My baby doesn't sleep. You know what I mean? So so I tend to be very literal sometimes. And then I feel like if I'm taking any breath, that I'm not serious about my goals. And I really do have a mental block when it comes to breaking, like reverse engineering. And so it makes it hard for me to set my smaller goals to get to the bigger ones, because I'm like, I just want to be,
what do you want to be?
And this and that, whatever.
Okay, so people have 5-year goals, 3-year goals. So right now it's 2016. What do you want to be by December 31st? What do you want to be?
I want to be a 5-star diamond coach.
Where are you right now?
I'm only at 2-star. However, it's kind of a weird situation. I signed my husband up backwards, so my husband would be the one that gets there, which at this point I don't care, because I want to go to leadership and he can bring me as a guest if I get him there. I don't really care.
Yeah.
So I have the potential there with coaches under his account, me being one of them. But that's what I want. So
how many coaches do you need to recruit in the next 8 weeks to get that?
I don't know. I should know that.
So then, you have to have your dream. Have you seen a diamond plan?
Yeah.
Okay. So start building a diamond plan for yourself, and start filling it up with names and think, okay, so if I have to, like I say, I don't know your organizations, but find out right now how many coaches you need to recruit to get that. That's the first step. How many?
Okay.
So how are you going to recruit these coaches? Well, how many customers do you need to convert? How many do you need to get? How many do you need to convert? So what daily action steps do you need to be talking about? Well, once again, business opportunity. Are you having a sneak peek? Are you having that business opportunity?
Right.
How many do you have to have? How many invites do you have to do for the business opportunity on a daily basis? So once again, that's how you reverse engineer. So we know that you want to be a 5-star. Okay, let's break it down. How do I get to 3? How do I get to 4? How do I get to 5?
Okay.
I can help you with that too, Demetria. And also for the bigger leadership for 5-star next year, the qualification isn't until a couple months before, right? For the next 5-star qualification for leadership. So you technically don't have to be a 5-star until a couple months before next November.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Right. You still have time for 2017.
Yes.
I mean, we have scary goals, and you guys listen. I can't work. I lose sleep. Yes, I wake up at 4:50. I can't work past 10 o'clock. You guys, it's just there's no. So you also realize, if I would try to work here at 10 o'clock at night, really, am I going to be really effective? No, man. Go to sleep.
Yes.
But when you're on, you have to be on.
Right.
You have to be on, and I don't know. I'm sure you guys have learned how to. On your Facebook friends, how to divide people into, these are my prospects, these are my customers, so that when you go to Facebook, you're not looking at any random feed. You're going to go into, where are my prospects? You click on prospects and their whole feed comes out. Do you guys know how to do that?
Yes.
Right.
Sorry.
Some of you don't. So Danielle, you know how to do
that? Was a thing.
You don't know how to do that, Danielle?
Yes, I think Demetria, you posted it a while ago, didn't you?
I did make a little quick video just showing how to do it, because
I'll post it in our team page.
So those are the little things that can change your business, because you're not messing around. I mean, you're going to Facebook and you know who exactly you're going to be talking to. And as you start getting friends, you start putting them, okay, this is a prospect, this is a potential coach, and you start categorizing them from the beginning as you start getting them. So that's a little time saver, so you're not playing around on Facebook.
Awesome. I think that's it. Thank you so much, Jeanette. This was such a valuable call, and I am so grateful and blessed that you gave us your time tonight. So thank you, guys. If you do have any more questions, I will send them to her. And also send me, if you can, the questions. Those are just like gold.
And you know what? And these aren't questions that I grabbed from my butt. This is because I said in the beginning that I needed to improve my leadership skills. I love to learn. And I love to pay for courses too. I'm not one of I pay for courses. Josh Coates. So I took his leadership course, And these are the things that I grabbed from that course. And it was definitely well worth, because this is how I start my Get Started Right call, with these questions. And it's a great